the great thing about Geneva is, by motor show standards, it's tiny, which means all of these car makers around here are squashed together, whether they like it or not. This part of the hall has to be known as Hypercar Central because, where are we? Over there's Porsche, over there's Lamborghini, Pagani, Bugatti, and here, Koenigsegg. Now, the Swedish car maker has a problem on its hands. This car behind, the Regera RS, has sold out after selling 25 units in little more than a few days. So what they've done is they've made another final edition, and it's over here. Come this way. These things are totally crazy. This thing, just to remind you, the RS has 865 kilowatts from its 5-litre V8 turbo. But the thing is once all 25 cars had sold out, people just kept asking for another car. So they've made this. It's called the one of one, but it's not really. They're making a final 3 cars. So what have they done? Well, they've started with the usual Regera, and they've given it Koenigsegg's, wait for it, 1 megawatt. So that's 1,000 kilowatts, 5-litre V8 turbo. This one also runs on biofuel, so it makes a few more kilowatts. A lot of the aero on this car is completely unique, says Koenigsegg. And believe it or not, that's a removable targa. In this age of connectivity, you normally expect people to be talking about infotainment systems. But with Koenigsegg, this car has connectivity between the factory and user geolocation tagging. So if it recognises you're at your favourite race circuit, it can automatically adjust its hydraulic suspension to the correct ride height and damper setting to get the maximum lap time, and I just think that's great. But the star of the Koenigsegg stand is just over here. Careful in our demo, don't fall over any supermodels. And here it is, it's just been revealed. This is the production version of the Regera we saw this time last year at the Geneva Motor Show. Now, just to remind you, this is the same car that has a 820 kilowatt 5-litre V8 twin turbo combined with a 525 kilowatt electric motor. The thing about this is it's quite radical because it does away with the gearbox altogether. Since we last saw the Regera, engineers have worked hard on brake regeneration. That means they've managed to shrink the amount of batteries they used to a cell that now produces 4.5 kilowatt per hour. The old car used about 7. Anyway, it means that this car never needs to be recharged anymore because the regen charges the batteries up under heavy braking. Koenigsegg say they will make 80 cars over 5 years, but by the end of the show, they think they will have sold half of them. Another really, really cool feature of the Regera is all of these little hydraulic rams. They're all operated by motors, so all of it gracefully can raise up at the same time. I don't know why that's useful, but it's still cool. Anyway, do you fancy one of the 80 cars they're going to sell? It's going to cost you $3.1 million.